Jai Hind children, welcome back to our English online classes. Today we shall discuss the topic the preposition. You might have learned this topic in your previous classes. In this class, let's refresh our ideas that we have in our mind about the concept. What is a preposition? A preposition is a word which is placed before a noun or pronoun to show its relation with some other word in the sentence. So, preposition is a word. It's a word, and where is it placed? It is placed before a noun or pronoun. And what does it show? It shows the relationship of a noun or pronoun with some other word in the sentence. And I am sure that all of you know what is a noun and what is a pronoun. A noun is a naming word. The name of anything we term it as a noun. And pronoun is a word that we use in place of a noun. The word that is used instead of a noun is known as pronoun. We can understand the meaning of preposition from the word itself. Pre means before and position means place. Therefore, preposition means a word that takes its place before a noun or pronoun. Pre means before, position means place. That's why preposition means a word that takes its place before a noun or pronoun. Now, let's look into some examples. There are 4 eggs in the basket. I bought it for 2 rupees. The dog walked behind his master. We were walking along the road. They reached home at 10. In these sentences, in, for, behind, along, and at have been used as prepositions. Let's see the first sentence. There are 4 eggs in the basket. There, in is used as preposition and in shows the relation between eggs and basket. Egg is a noun and basket is also a noun. So here in shows the relationship between two nouns, relationship between eggs and the basket. The second sentence, I bought it for 2 rupees. Here 4 shows the relation between it and rupees. It, all of you know, it's a pronoun and rupees a noun. The dog walked behind his master. Here behind shows the relation between walked and master. Walked is a verb and master is a noun. We were walking along the road. Here along is the preposition and along shows the relation between walking and road. Walking is a verb and road is a noun. And the last sentence, they reached home at 10. At is the preposition and at shows the relation between home and 10. Now let's learn what is a prepositional phrase. As we already learned, a preposition is a word that is used to show the relationship of a noun or pronoun with another word in the sentence. The noun or pronoun for which a preposition is used is called the object of the preposition. Now, look at the following sentences. The children are playing in the park. Second sentence, he never borrows money from me. And in these sentences, when we look into the first sentence, the children are playing in the park. In is the preposition in that sentence and the park is the object of that sentence. Park is the object of the preposition in. And when we take these two things together, the preposition and the object, it becomes in the park and that is the prepositional phrase. So prepositional phrase is preposition plus the object of the preposition. Here in the first sentence, in is the preposition, the park is the object of the preposition in. When we take these two things together, it becomes the prepositional phrase. In the park is the prepositional phrase. And in the second sentence, he never borrows money from me. All of you know from is the preposition in that sentence and me is the object of the preposition from. When we take these two things together, it becomes from me, preposition plus object. So that is the prepositional phrase. So prepositional phrase is a preposition plus the object of the sentence. The children are playing in the park. In the park, prepositional phrase. He never borrows money from me. From me is the prepositional phrase. Okay, now we shall see what is preposition and adverb. Some words can be used as prepositions as well as adverbs. The words which have a noun or pronoun as its object, that word stands as a preposition, because we already learned preposition is placed before a noun or pronoun. So always a preposition will have an object. It will have a noun or pronoun as its object. In some other cases, some words will not have a noun or pronoun as its object. In that case, that word stands as an adverb. So that's why some words can be used as preposition as well as adverb. If it is a preposition, there must be an object. A noun or pronoun will come after the preposition as an object. But if it is an adverb, we can identify whether it is an adverb or preposition. For the adverb, there will not be an object after that word. For example, the aeroplane went up. Second sentence, the lizard crawled up the wall. Okay, in these two sentences, we can see the same word up. In both sentences, the single word came in two different forms. In one sentence, it's an adverb, and in another, it's a preposition. Can you identify in which sentence it's an adverb and in which it's a preposition? Now let's look into the first one. The aeroplane went up. Here, up is an adverb because it does not have a noun or pronoun as its object. Up does not have an object in the first sentence. So that is an adverb. And in the second sentence, the lizard crawled up the wall. Here also we can see the same word up, but here up is the preposition because it has an object. The wall is an object in that sentence. That's why up is the preposition. So I think now it's clear. Preposition and adverb. Same words can be used as preposition as well as adverb. If the word has an object, there it comes as the preposition, and if that word does not have an object in that sentence, it stands as an adverb. Let's see another set of example. First one, clouds gathered above us. The second sentence, clouds gathered above. The first sentence, it's clear that above is the preposition because it has an object. Us is the object of the preposition above. So in that sentence, above is the preposition. The second sentence, clouds gathered above. There it's an adverb because it does not have an object. So in the second sentence, above is an adverb. Now let's learn some types of prepositions or some categories of prepositions. On the basis of their function, prepositions are categorized into many, more or less 10 categories of prepositions are there. In this video, we are going to discuss the three main and common types of prepositions. They are prepositions of time, prepositions of place, and prepositions of direction. Now let's see the first one, prepositions of time. These prepositions are used to denote the time. From the title itself we can understand prepositions of time are used to denote the time. Example, in, on, at, by, for, etc. All these prepositions denote the time. Now let's look into these examples. First one, there are 30 days in November. We celebrate Children's Day on 14th November. Third sentence, I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. He returns home by 7 o'clock in the evening. She had been absent from class for 2 days. Okay, in all these sentences, we can identify the prepositions. All those prepositions are prepositions of time as they denote the time. The first sentence, there are 30 days in November. In is the preposition denoting the specific time, period of time, that is in the month of November. We celebrate Children's Day on 14th November. On. I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. There we can see two prepositions, at 6 o'clock in the morning. He returns home by 7 o'clock in the evening. There are also two prepositions, returns home by 7 o'clock and in the evening. She had been absent from class for 2 days. There are also two prepositions. Here, for is the preposition that denotes time. Now the second one, prepositions of place. As we can understand from the title itself, these prepositions are used to denote the time. Example, in, under, at, behind, on, etc. Now let's see some examples. The goalkeeper is in the circle. Second sentence, the car is at the petrol pump. Third sentence, the lion is sleeping under the tree. Fourth, he hid himself behind the house. And the last one, the books are on the table. In all these 5 sentences, we can identify preposition and we can understand all these prepositions denote the place. When we ask the question where the things happened, we'll get an answer. So such kinds of prepositions are known as prepositions of time. The first one, the goalkeeper is in the circle. Where is the goalkeeper? In the circle. In is the preposition denoting the place. The car is at the petrol pump. Where is the car? At the petrol pump. At is the preposition. The lion is sleeping under the tree. Where the lion is sleeping? Under the tree. Under is the preposition. He hid himself behind the house. Behind is the preposition. The books are on the table. On is the preposition. Now we are moving to the third category of the prepositions, that is prepositions of direction or movement. These prepositions express the direction or movement of something. Example, up, down, to, into, over, etc. Now let's see some examples with sentences. First one, the cat jumped over the wall. He went to the office. He threw a ball into the river. The boy is going down the hill. The man is climbing up the ladder. So in all these sentences, we can see the prepositions, and all these prepositions express the direction or movement of someone or something. In the first sentence, the cat jumped over the wall. Jumped towards where? Over the wall, telling the direction. Jumped over the wall. He went to the office. He went to the office. To is the preposition showing the direction. Where has he gone? Went to the office. He threw a ball into the river. Into is the preposition denoting the direction where the ball has been thrown. The boy is going down the hill. Down. The man is climbing up the ladder. Up is the preposition that denotes the direction or movement of the man where he is climbing. So these are the things I wanted to explain to you. Before winding the video, let's summarize what we have learned. So first we looked into the preposition. What are preposition? Preposition is a word which is placed before a noun or pronoun to show its relation with some other word in the sentence. Then we saw prepositional phrases. What's a prepositional phrase? A prepositional phrase is when we take the preposition and its object together that form the prepositional phrases. Then preposition and adverb. Same words can take place in different sentences in the form of adverb and also in the form of preposition. If that word has an object, that stands as a preposition. If that word does not have an object, that remains as an adverb. Then we learned three types of prepositions: prepositions of time, prepositions of place, and prepositions of direction or movement. I hope all these ideas are clear to you. So now let's take a leave from this video. Bye children. Thank you.